I want to kind of talk a little bit about my artist past. I was low-key an NSFW artist for a bit. I genuinely enjoyed being an NSFW artist for all that time, let's be honest. It was somewhat like this though. It wasn't like, I wasn't like taking it like so seriously or anything. I was like these, you know? A thing I noticed is that like, generally speaking, I got a good amount of views a few times. And like, when I did, I noticed that like, I was on some people's radars. And like, that's a thing. It's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna name names. What I'm basically saying is I actually was noticed by other NSFW artists, which was pretty interesting. I was noticed by a lot of artists actually, and even people in the furry fandom in general, which was pretty cool. When I first joined into the NSFW art scene, I was like 18. I was kind of silly still. I didn't realize it was a business or anything, so I was just sort of having fun and just trying to be like, hi guys, expressing myself and things. I didn't really take it seriously until like I was around the community for like another like 2.5 years, and I was like, oh my god, this is a business. And that was the first time I got a slap in the face where I was like, I've been acting like a goofy goober this entire time. I was just like, wow, nobody's gonna want to be my friend, man. They're not gonna want to be like working with me. Which is perfectly fine. You know, I can carry myself, but I'm gonna let myself continue talking on why that's so important. I found out not long after, kind of like being in the community for like a bit, that there are literally in-groups that help each other sell like silicone products, silicone toys and things, and animations. And yeah, basically I started finding out that people were actually selling merch. They were selling plushies, shirts, hats, enamel pins, fursuits, anything that you can think of. They were furryifying it and they were selling it. And I only found that out after like slowing down. The way I saw it was, yeah, it's a furry community. Everybody's nice, everybody's friendly, everybody's cool. Then you start to find out slowly as you really get closer to the community, it's like, oh, this is a business. And there's a hierarchy. What the heck is going on? That person's persona is very loved. That person's persona is kind of loved. That person over there, nobody really talks to that guy. And I start realizing, I'm like, oh my god, I'm becoming the guy nobody talks to. No, it was very upsetting. I was like I was known. I was very known. And yet, I was never endorsed by anyone. That might have been a blessing in disguise, to be honest. Moment of silence for my past furry art career. Yeah, I never felt at home in the community, I'll be honest. And when I start realizing that there was a hierarchy and stuff, it reminded me of why you should just never meet your heroes, basically. It started making me think to myself, like, wow, this isn't really what I thought it was. Artists also don't get along very well. We're too political. They even help each other on images and even get paid. They get paid. You guys were getting paid? The entire time? You guys were getting paid? Some even lived together, and it still really shocked me because like when I found out how much money is pumped into the furry art, like the NSFW furry art and stuff, I was like, oh. And to notice that like I was like not taking it very serious, I was just being silly goober, it really shocked me to see how much people were selling their art for. I wasn't thinking about it like it was a business. I was just some silly goober trying to be like, oh, let me express myself because I've been repressed. I did not realize it was a business. People downplay the furry experience so much so that I was a person that was like a consumer of art becoming a producer and a creator of art. And I was not aware of how serious it could be. I thought you're just supposed to be like silly and you're supposed to just like be goofy goober and just come off as like you're just some silly guy. No, we're really furry celebrities. That's the goal. The goal is to be a furry celebrity. As silly as it sounds, it's like furry Hollywood. But yeah, I think to some degree I'm still somewhat of a goofy goober, but it's just these days I think I understand a bit more when it's time to be silly and when it's time to be serious and when it's time to take this as business, because technically that's what it is. I just didn't realize it at first though. I didn't realize this as being business. Sometimes you think of a thing that you enjoy or love, you think of it as like the opposite of a job, because most people are kind of like, exhausted with their jobs, or even the concept of a job when you're young. You're like, ugh, nobody likes those, because I always hear people older than me saying they hate them. And so to some degree I was like, yeah, I'm supposed to just be silly. But now it's like there's people like younger than me now that are like already jumping into it as a business, and they're like already know now, because it's like it's not new anymore. It's been around for a while. And so I think about it sometimes. I'm like, should I jump back into the community, or should I just keep doing what I'm doing now? It's a thing that passes my mind a lot, actually. Also, I have the knowledge to do it now. That's the thing. That's what I've been trying to do, like the suggestive art. Like even when I first started, I will also talk about another reason why I kind of like distanced myself from the community and the trauma that I experienced. No trauma, you ask? Yeah, everybody found out about my art. Yeah, family like found out about my art. The thing is, no one really cared. It was more me that cared the most, because I'm like, ew, my privacy's been breached. And like, for the most part, it wasn't really anything bad to say about my art. And I'm like, dude, I'm a grown man. I'm like, you know, but I was like, ew. Yeah, that chipped away at my mind a very long time. And then I start seeking more privacy when it came to things like that. And yeah, after a while I ended up saying this in a video. When it comes down to NSFW, I like the suggestive stuff a lot more than like the stuff that actually shows parts. I'm just really shy. It's kind of embarrassing when it shows parts. Like, I don't know if that's like a thing that I've kind of formed over the years, feeling like that with art. Or, you know, I don't know what it is, but yeah, no, it doesn't actually matter now. Once you like realize, like, you always think that things are like so horrible or so awful before they happen, then it's like when it happens, you're just like, oh, life goes on. And you just sort of sit there and just kind of like, you just like, wow, that's crazy, that happened, and that's it. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know, first time for everything. Also, I do have to say, we're like mid-video now, but like if you see this picture pop up, this is me editing. Like while I'm editing right now, this is me doing the edits after. I accidentally edit this video badly. Like when I was using the other picture, I was using it like that during making the video, which was so weird. And like I don't know why I did it, but now I'm like doing this in post editing. I guess I don't know, man. I forgot how to make these videos. It's been a while, okay? It's been a bit. It's been a while. Alright. And I don't know if it's just like, it's just growing pains, I guess. It's like, dude, live in who you are. Like, you don't gotta like feel weird about it. All I could really say was like, it was just like, ew, my privacy, man. Forced me into the vulnerable position. And I was so young. I was like, oh man, I gotta explain myself. And then that caused like weird little arguments and like outbursts and anger and fights and stuff. And I'm just like, instead of like being like, ew, it's so weird, I was just like, ugh. I was like, I hate this. I gotta get away from this. I gotta get away from these people. I need a new environment. What I'm basically getting at right now is everyone will get to a point in their life where you need to relearn confidence, and you need to relearn what it means to grow up. There is never one answer. Sometimes you need to relearn the thing that you knew before. And that's one thing that a lot of people, I tend to notice when they're younger, they think they have everything figured out. I was kind of like that too. And then I got smacked by life, and I was like, oh my god, my confidence. It's like Sonic getting hit, and then like all those rings just go everywhere. It's like the confidence went everywhere. The thing is, you can never pick every single last one of them up again. That's kind of the punishment for getting hit. So you have to relearn that confidence. You gotta go find more rings. Bro, what's up with me in this video, dude? I've been actually on it, man. What's up with me? Yeah, it's time to relearn confidence and self-love. I taught myself self-love and confidence before, and I thought I understood it fully. But, you know, when you level up, everything's new. So it's like everything changes, and then you get to see other people's levels when they're lower levels than you, and you're kind of like, oh my god, I remember that. I think about the times I went through this. I love my lyrics. I love quoting myself. It is so funny because it's like when I sing about things like that, I really do sing about experiences, and it's getting to a point right now to where like I don't have anything to sing about. You could say I got nothing to say. What I'm basically trying to say for this video is I personally want this. I want to do this on this channel. Generally, I just want to do this. This is what I've been enjoying. And maybe when I'm tired of doing it, I'll start doing something else. I don't need to be an artist this time or be an artist in the future, because I am an artist. I think, therefore I am. And so this time around, I think the goal is that I just need to be more nice to myself and allow myself to be an artist in my own way, and to let myself have fun while also being smart about it, because the first time around I just didn't have that kind of, education on the matter, but I do now. And that's pretty much it for this video. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'll see you on the next video. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoy the new music that's gonna be coming out soon. Thanks for sitting with me and enjoying this video that we made today. And yeah, I hope y'all have a nice day. And in case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Leave here like that, talk about all those things then. Would you ever I messed it up. Couldn't even get the way you feel.